Do it again. Butt back to me. Big stretch in your hammies. Big stretch. Big stretch. Yes! That was perfect.
Hello? What's up, my dude? How are you? Which one's mine? This one's mine. Patty.
Hello?
Patty.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm really, really good. Thank you for getting on the phone with me. I appreciate it. Why do you always try and improve your daily movement? Why? And by improve, do more. Why do you always try and improve your daily movement? Why? And by improve, do more. Why do you feel like more is something you have to do?
I guess more always signifies improvement to me. It always signifies leveling up, the next level of maybe fitness, the next level of achievement. I mean,
Do you think is any part of it out of fear?
Yeah,
that breath, that sigh breath right there tells me that hit home with you. Like, oh
Yeah.
fuck.
yeah.
Now go on. Now keep talking.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably. I think it's a fear of.
You sound so much more relaxed right now. Like you're like yes. Like literally your tone changed in
You
voice.
found me. You get
Well,
me.
so now, what are you fearful about?
I think it's always about, like, if I'm happy with the status quo, then maybe I'll gain weight, or I won't.
That's
continue
exactly
to
it.
Get a better body, or whatever it is the hell that I'm struggling for, which I don't even know sometimes. Perfection, like that's gonna happen. I mean, yeah.
What'd you grab?
I think I want chocolate instead. I haven't eaten since last night, so you had that bagel and lox.
You haven't eaten since last night?
No,
Wow.
I'm really hungry. We got boneless teriyaki chicken.
Ooh.
And some rice. Because you gotta keep this really tight on your back, and if you go like right around, it wrecks your shoulders unless you have super good shoulder mobility. So go 2 fingers around.
And from there, you're already flexing your back.
What do you
Squeezing your back.
Squeezing,
Retracting.
tight,
Yeah.
super tight. Like this is me making sure that the bar's on a shelf.
Yeah.
I'm squeezing it. You are out here, like loose.
I was thinking
You're
like a
loose.
barbell back squat.
But the same thing with a barbell back squat, you gotta be tight.
Okay.
That's why you're not loose here. When you squat, you come in,
Right.
you get it tight, right? Like tight with your back.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. I'm almost pulling the bar down into the shelf, because if you're not pulling it down, it's gonna roll up. So I'm pulling it down into my back,
Got
my
it.
back squeezed tight.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Hold on, before you get under, squeeze your back. Just like your arms up, like you're doing. Squeeze. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Powerlifting is about tension. Squeeze. Yes. When your shirt crinkles up, now I know you're doing it right. Squeeze. Tight. That's it. You
Like I'm squatting
you
that.
squatted it. Get your feet closer together. Butt back to the wall behind you. Abs tight.
Don't arch your lower back. Back, 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 back. Good, now come up. Now do it better. Abs tight. Butt back to the wall. Touch the wall with your butt. Big stretch in your hammies. Here you go, do it again. That was better. Don't squat down. Let the bar roll back down. Yeah, that's better. Let the bar roll further down your back. Further. There we go. Yes, now you come back. Fuck. Let it roll further. Further down. Keep your elbows up. Boom.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. Ah, fuck. It's all right. Get that wide grip. And you gotta remember, get it lower down your back, lower, and pull with your fingers. Pull the bar into your back. Pull it, keep it in place. Look at that. Look at that, do it again. Pull the bar back. Pull it, yeah. That was your best one, right there. Do it again. Butt back to me. Big stretch in your hammies. Big stretch. Big stretch. Yes! That was perfect.
The middle of my back's tight.
Yeah! It's right.
I don't know if that's like a good tightness from
Yeah,
doing
you're
it
working
right.
your erectors.
Or like I wasn't hyperextended.
A little bit. You know what Russian wrestlers do? This is great. If you watch like Russian wrestlers, they'll do this like before a match. You shake and they'll tap your lower back because they want to see how big your erectors are.
Yeah.
It's like they're like, if it's big erectors, like, oh fuck, he's strong. If it's like weak erectors, like small, they're like, oh, he's a beach.
You really do that?
Yeah. Look at the best fighters in the world. Thick erectors.
Yeah.
Like football players, fighters, thick fucking erectors. That's strong. Like when you take someone like this, boom, you throw them over. That's your erectors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now my back's fine. I didn't know from
You gotta,
here
you
to bring
gotta
this up.
pump in your back.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You gotta pump.
Yeah.
Baruch Hashem, my friend. You gotta pump in your back. Get a little heel elevation here, make it a bigger stretch. You see how little knee bend I was getting?
Why? So here's my question. Why are you so spread out arms wise?
Because if you're super close in here, it's hard to get that range. When your arms are out here, you don't have to worry about shoulder mobility. When you're here, you're working through shoulder mobility. When you're here, it's just all hips.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between feeling low back pain and just feeling your erectors working?
It's the same question, be like, well, how do you know if it's good lifting pain or bad lifting pain, right? How do you know if you're in pain or if it's like good, like muscle pain, like sort of like you're working the right muscles? And that's the difference between like, it's the same thing if, for example, you're training shoulders, you're doing presses, and you feel the muscles burning, that's good, that's fine, you want to feel that. But if you feel like a sharp shooting pain, it's like, oh my God, like you have to drop it, not because it's like a burn, but because it's like, you feel like you got stabbed, because it's like you feel something getting torn, that's bad. You have to find the line between a pain that is burning, like a fire, like it's not comfortable, but you can feel the muscle working, versus like, oh shit, like.
But with this, in terms of like overcompensation.
Same thing, you'll feel your back burning. It's a pump. Your muscles are firing to stabilize, versus like if you feel something strain or you feel like your spine, like you know it. Your brain knows if it's good pain or bad pain. Like your brain knows. It's always uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's not gonna tickle, but it's the difference between like your muscles are working versus like there's a joint, tendon, ligament issue. And when your muscles are working, it's a burn, it's a pump.
Yeah.
When it's an injury, it's like a sharp shooting pain. It's like oh, like you know.
I've never seen this before.
This is one of like the oldest Russian exercises.
Are you just tired? Or you feeling the diet too?
I had
Tired.
like, it's not the diet. It's not sleeping for the better part of 3 days.
Which you don't recommend.
Don't recommend. I'm not happy with myself. I would way rather have gotten a great deadlift workout today. It was a good workout. It was it was like a good adrenaline dump. It was safer to do that than it would have been to try and deadlift.
Yeah.
Feel good.
Good. Last set, best set. You got it.
Yeah, buddy.
Good. Boom. Good job.
You, what's up? We got Catherine, Tracy, Tanya, Natalia, Kelly, Heather. I got a lot. This is good. This is really good. Tammy. Member of the month, Tammy. What's going on? Everyone struggles. Everybody. Like, even if they're at a point in which they're really proud and they're recognizing their progress, it's like everyone has good days and bad days. Everyone has periods in which they're struggling. Everyone has things that that aren't going their way. What we really want you to pay attention to is, and really like sort of what I'm trying to do in this fat loss challenge, is be so open and honest, showing you all of the ups and downs and showing you how to react to them. Because you, like, as Susan and I always say, you have two options. You can like sit down and complain and like say, oh, it sucks, it's not going, I'm struggling a lot. Or you can keep going and get back on track and like just deal with it. And that's really, it's essentially, you always have that option. Either I'm going to sit and complain and wonder why I'm not doing so well, or get back on track, and that's it. That's really what we want to hammer home, is like, there's always going to be struggles, there's always going to be good days and bad days, there's always going to be things that aren't going your way. And as long as you're consistently going towards the optimistic, positive side, taking action side, you'll come out on top. But don't confuse yourself, or don't trick yourself into thinking that you're the only one struggling or the only one going through a tough time. Like, we all do. We've got a lot of people coming on. This is great. Terry, Andrew. Think about this. Like, very rarely do people go on social media and talk about the things that like they struggle with. Like, if they're gonna go on there, they'll want to talk about the things that they're feeling good about. And they're like, feel great. Like, they don't want to go on and be like, well, I'm struggling with this, struggling with this, struggling with this. Like, they want to go on and talk about the things that make them feel good. And so they might be talking about some things that make them feel good, but they're leaving out the parts that they haven't felt good, because like they don't want to talk about it, or it's like, it's just not like what they're thinking about in that moment. But it also doesn't, just because someone's seen amazing progress doesn't mean that they're not also struggling in that same moment. At any point in time, we are all succeeding and we are all struggling. It's just the ratio to which is different at various points in time. And the sooner you understand that you'll literally be doing both at any point in time, the better you are, the better off you are, because it's not like it's either one or the other. It's, you're doing both. It's just constant fluctuations. Just because it's something you do consistently doesn't mean you don't have days where you don't want to do it. You know, it's like, doesn't mean like you don't go through periods of struggle or lack in motivation. Like, all it means is that just because you do have those, it doesn't mean that you quit. You still might have them, but you don't allow those emotional responses to impact your actions. And that's it. We love you. And you better sign up for the retreat. We love you. Have an amazing, amazing day, night, whatever it is where you are. And we'll talk to you soon.